For all who have ever been associated with Syracuse athletics and the legend of 44, it's a living legend. Syracuse University is one of many schools with honored numbers, our legend of 44. Plaza 44 honors Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Floyd Little, the greats who've worn the number, and it will help us move forward and keep the rich tradition alive. Syracuse athletics and the number 44 have been so closely intertwined for decades that 44 has become a national symbol for the greatness of our program. We honor that, celebrate it, and will continue to celebrate it. With the blessing of Jim Brown and Floyd Little, the number 44 is back. Syracuse University, football orange, we are restoring 44 back to the program.
It's always been for me, the jersey was always held in abeyance till they found somebody. So the jersey for me was never really truly retired. So it was just brought back, and now people know it's going to get brought back, and we don't know at this time what the criteria would be for that person to wear it.
We actually talked to Jim Brown, Floyd and I on the phone, had a long conversation with him, and he was so supportive of the idea. I think a lot of the conversation focused on tradition and what we need to restore some tradition to the program. There isn't a lot of tradition with the program, so 44 has been an integral part of what goes on at Syracuse University football. And from a recruiting perspective, to me it was just something that we needed back to offer these incoming student athletes.
Moving forward and having the number restored and the opportunity for a future player to wear it, it will be a big deal. I think for me it's most important that we understand it'll be more about athletics, academics, and character, and those three things are going to be key before we ever pass that jersey to anybody. But it's exciting to have it open back up, and I know a lot of young people out there that are excited to fight to see who can get in that jersey someday.
Well, it keeps the legacy alive. I mean, one of the things you got to really understand is the number 44 with Syracuse University is synonymous with their success. And to have that gone and to have that tradition not available, it makes it difficult. I like to think that going forward, there'll be people that know and remember who we were, the first number 44s, and someone would want to be a part of that.
To me, it's not something we're just going to hand out to a freshman. I don't think, we're going to talk about that amongst ourselves, put a committee together to decide how and who we issue 44 to. Floyd will play a big role in that, as will the head football coach. So I just think that it's important to give Scott a tool to help recruit. And it's out there. I mean, we get student athletes that ask us about potential student athletes.
I was amazed at how this generation actually was in tune with 44. And I think passed down from their parents and their grandparents, the stories of Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Floyd Little is the start point. And for me it's exciting when a kid's interested and knows the history behind it. And we've had that quite often the last couple of years in recruiting.
If that number is back, and when they talk about that number, my name, Jim's name, and Ernie's name will always be remembered. Years from now, 50, 60 years from now, when our days are gone, they will say Floyd Little and Ernie Davis and Jim Brown wore that number. I like that.